we're gonna try and find a really stupid way to make a lot of money, because I've quit my day job to open my own card game store. That ought to convince people. This guy's already disappointed in his shop and he hasn't even gone in yet. To begin, we're gonna buy some basic card packs because I'm not cool enough to be able to buy anything else. We have $1,000, so let's spend roughly half of that on cards because I don't know what else I'm gonna need, presumably something. That was quick, and you can tell that was delivered by Amazon. I'm not really sure how this is. Okay, we can open the pack ourselves? Wait, are we supposed to? What's the point of this? I think I'm doing this wrong. We're gonna open this because I'm committed now. So we can actually gamble for cards individually, so I don't think we're gonna make our money back on this unless we get something incredibly rare. But this is gonna be fun because I'm gonna end up gambling a whole lot. We need $1 million so I could find something rare. Okay, I finally figured out how to do it. I was reading the instructions completely backwards because I'm a complete idiot. And we get to control the prices. That sounds fun. We're going to make them really cheap to get people in here. Price is $3.44, so people should be making profit every time they open one of those. So I probably got way too many of these. Okay, right click here, left click here, right click here. I've got it down to art now. At least if I run out of money, I can just start opening these and hope for a big value. Probably should bring the other ones in, but instead we're going to open this up and let people in. But I'm also going to bring the rest of my merchandise inside. Why yes, my very first customer. These are a very good price. Yeah, go ahead and load up, but please pay for them on the way out. So we scan that, and is that it? Interact. Yes.
Give me your money and get out.
Do I seriously have to give actual change? Oh, I didn't sign up for this. Okay, so 50 cents plus what was it? Another 6. So there you go. Apparently we're doing cash. Okay, I managed to get that. Well, this guy's got it figured out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and scan. That's at least nice and quick. And you know what? Can I keep the change? I'm just too lazy. But at least we're selling some of these. We're going to have a whole fury of marketing because people are going to be coming in for free stuff. As tedious as some of this is, it's actually really just a lot of fun. Definitely can't help but wonder if once he picks that up, we can just raise the price to like $10. She's probably not going to be that happy about it, but sir, okay, we're going to see what we can charge you for that. The price is only $3.44, so that didn't work. So we're going to leave the price at $3.41 for now. I don't know what I pay for them, but I think I could probably make money just opening them. Apparently I forgot some outside. Okay, this guy actually brought his cards, so now we got to do it this way as well. 10.23, is that right? Good enough? Get out. Okay, I'm just straight up. This guy's always so disappointed. I always close it right for him. Okay, once we'd open the pack, so we're hopefully going to get something rare out of this that can make us some money. There's $3.81, $4.27. Oh, it's a shiny pack. This will be a good one. I guess these just automatically get transferred into money, but there's $10.71. I'm not addicted. You're addicted. Yeah, we're definitely making more money just to open these up. It does mean I need to buy a play table, so we're going to buy one of those. I don't really know why I'm listening to it, but we're going to. We'll tuck them right over there, sort of where they're out of the way-ish. Then I'm going to open a few more of these just to see if we can get some easy money. The prices of things do seem to fluctuate. There's rare cards, there's epic cards, there's legendaries, all sorts of different things, but prices go up and down. I kind of just want to sell those now, just because I don't want to continually go like this. Okay, it turns out you can actually pick up a whole bunch at once and put them down like this. That's actually going to be a lot faster. I filled these shelves entirely up. With the low prices, okay, I guess we're just going to have to open this one. As I was saying, with the low prices, people will hopefully buy a whole bunch at once and give me a whole bunch of experience at once. Miss, I should inform you there is a $100 per hour fee to be sitting at the table. They're having so much fun in my little shop without any lights at all. It's getting very dark, but I'm here for it. Apparently I can put on like an event, so we're going to go ahead and do that. That can make the prices go up or down. That person seems to be having a mist emerge from him. I don't think he's all right, but if he's going to pay for stuff, I could care less. There's an easy $17 and 25 experience, so I just need to do that a million more times. I basically kicked them out, and that did make me money and experience. Good price, he says. Good price. Yeah, it's a great price. I'm hardly making any money just so I can get you out of the store quicker. So the total customers visiting today was 14. We had 23 dissatisfied somehow. Our profit for the day was negative $600. But the next day we'll keep it open all day and we'll make more experience and have less yeah, there we go. Come on in. He was going to be dissatisfied, but now he's going to be real satisfied. Look how many they're buying each. Do we get more experience for the amount sold? So my strategy is basically to let them play at the table over there. I'm going to restock the shelves whenever I can, and if we run out of room on the shelves, I'm just going to open the packs and we're going to make some money that way, hopefully. But the price is clearly good because everyone's buying 100 packs. I did just open a pack, and this thing is apparently rare. It's worth $69. Apparently there's a lot of different cards because I'm still opening the occasional pack and we're still finding new ones. There's a $20 Sedent. And we can even look at the collection for some reason. Apparently I was satisfied with whatever I was doing. Now I need to buy a card table. It turns out the whole time I've had a light switch. I'm just a massive knob. No one seemed to complain though. It was dark in here and they were having a good time. This guy's got the biggest single purchase yet. We're gonna make like $4 on this. And the last gentleman of the night at 9 p.m. bought pretty much everything we have. So we're back over $1,000 and we're gonna go ahead and leave the shop open for a sec because we'll restock. The card table it wants me to buy is $400, so I guess we'll do that. We're gonna put that over there in the corner where it's nice and lonely. Now we gotta put certain cards in. That one's worth $69, so we get to pick the price. Plus 10%. Yeah, we'll go 10% up on everything. The final one of the 10 we're gonna lay down is my 10th most valuable card for $436, but that's easy money. I only had 2 dissatisfied customers, and that's probably because I was ignoring them because I was opening cards. We still made $230 profit, and that's just spending $400 on the shelf. And I've got to order more stock. I can order one of these now for $200, so we're going to get one. So I think we're just buying whole things at a time here, so let's get one to see how this works. Yes, we seem to have bought in several boxes. I think we can probably open them up individually, or we could just sell them as is. So I can open this, and then we get all sorts of packs out of there. I can open these or place them on the shelves. Oh, I didn't realize I had to manually open a shop every day. Those are some very unsatisfied customers, but I'll be with them as soon as I open like 40 of these. We got to get some big value coming in. Okay, I didn't really get much out of those packs, but I did open a shop, so now people can potentially actually buy things. I need to save up enough money so I can buy another shelf so I can put whole cartons of cards on them and sell them all at once. Although we're doing pretty good with this. And this person's actually buying one of the single cards, so that's a good sign. We've sold a few cards. Now we can replace them with whatever our most valuable next ones are because I've sorted these all by value. I'm going to take a gamble here and buy a single-sided shelf for $300, which is a lot of my money. But then I should be able to place these on the shelf and sell them for whatever I want. We'll just sell it for market price, and we're going to make $7.95 for each one of these we sell. And people already seem to be buying them, so that's just easier for me to handle one item at a time. There you go. Good luck. If there's anything particularly good in there, it's mine legally. Everything seems to be working out well. We've got $283. I've got space over here, so I definitely need to open some packs and get some new rares to sell. So far, the rare ones seem to be eluding me. There's a 332 very rainbowy card. This guy's buying a whole giant box, so that's going to be easy money for us. For the next two I'm going to sell, I'm just going to sell my most valuable cards, but I'm going to put them at 10% under market value to get them out quick. This is the most valuable one I pulled in a while. It's a first edition, maybe shiny. It's $10.61. Someone just bought one of the cards, so I'm going to put my high value one up there right now. High-ish value, but we're going to knock the price down to get it gone quickly. We're selling it for half price, but that's still a massive profit. Also, I've hit shop level 5, so I can actually buy better cards now. That was really expensive. I didn't look before I touched that, but we're going to go ahead and buy one of these. Not for the customers, this is more so for me, but I did clear out some shelf space over here. So we'll go ahead and fill up some of the shelves down here with these new better cards, but we're definitely going to open some of these ourselves. These are going to be 10% over market price. If people don't like that, well, that's okay. They can go anywhere else. I should probably turn the lights on at some point. Already they're a big seller. This guy came in to buy some, so that'll be easy money for us. Now I've just got to hope that these new packs can actually give me something value. There's a $700 card. We're definitely going to put that on the shelf and let it go. I'm also going to change the price of this one. We're going to knock it down to $55 because that's way below market price and people are still going to want that. We'll make lots of money. Wow, maybe we are starting to sell these too cheap. Everyone's going crazy. But lowering the prices seem to have worked. We even sold that one for $55, so that's easy profit. Then we're going to list our new $700 card, but I'm going to put it down for a $566 as a steal. So that day we had 8 dissatisfied customers, but 36 in total visited. Our profit was minus $401 because we spent a lot. But I'm also going to order one of these and also another one of the rare card sets because we're clearly going to make some money on those. I need to open a few more of these so I can find things like that so we can add them to our card shelf to draw people in, but also I'm just addicted to opening these. Now I need to complete 100 checkouts. That's going to be a lot. I think I might actually just go ahead and open all of these. That customer's going to be waiting for a minute, but we got to see what we can get out of these cards. People started lining up, so I abandoned my quest for cards. That was out of the old packs anyway. We need to be focusing on the new rare packs. Look at this high roller. He's buying 3 of these. That's going to be, and some of these. Wow, that's a big order. We're getting through the day. We made about $600, so we need to order more cards. I'm going to buy more of the big packs because these are nice and easy to distribute. And then a few more boxes of those because those are worth a lot. That's $500. I did find another silver edition, whatever that means. That's worth about $26. So after this day, we still actually lost money. We're not really making a lot of money, but we're spending a lot to put a lot of stock on the shelves. Another fairly rare card at $30 value. All of my cards individually have been sold except for the $560 one. I've also adjusted all of the prices to the current conditions, so they're all at market price currently. Because we need to make 18 more sales, he bought the expensive one. $566, yes. I figured if I left it there all by itself, someone would eventually buy it. Now we gotta sell some cheaper ones again. I'm gonna try the figurine. This is $500 to buy the license for, but we're definitely gonna buy one of these to see if this is worth it. So market price on these is $24. There's actually $11 profit on those. So even if I knock it down by 10% to kick sales up, it's still $9 per one. Look at this big spender. Okay, adjusting things to market price made a big difference. Oh, it turns out me forgetting to turn the light on every day actually helps me because there is an electric bill. I'm going to go ahead and pay everything now because I'm going to forget to do this in a while, and it would be a shame to run out of money on the day bills are due. And we got our first plushie sale. This guy bought 2 of those and 2 of those, so that's actually quite a bit of profit. So day 5 yielded us 6 dissatisfied customers, but 32 in total. We actually made a profit today. Also going to order another one of these. So far, I definitely regret getting the plushie license. That was $500, and I made like $20 on that so far. Look at what this guy's buying. 5 of those big things. So my strategy for now is buying more of these. $260, but we make so much profit on those and they're just big, easy single sales. It's less work for me. And I'm going to try selling them for 10% less than market value because we're still going to make $5 per box. So we just got to sell a lot. I think I'm also going to add another play table to this place because I can have more people sitting down playing. And this is the hero we needed. He's buying out all of the useless plushies that we're never ever going to buy again. But that was his single biggest order so far at $190. While I was waiting for some sales to come in, I got this fiery pig worth $76. Day 6 wasn't overly exciting. We spent a lot, but we still made a profit. I do have a lot of people sitting at the play table, so I'm actually going to order another one of those. And we're running out of stock quickly, so I definitely need to get some more of that. Definitely a few more of these if we can afford it. And there's another like $400 spent on inventory, but I can't have people coming in and not having stuff to play with. And they're loving these. There's a line about the door to grab them. I'm also at a high enough level that I can buy an auto scent M100. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to do, but let's assume it's worth it. We're going to put that right there where I can intimidate that person. Okay, I need cleanser to actually make that work. Okay, we need a cleanser license also, fittingly for that. So after all of that, we're left with $44. So we're not doing super well on cash flow at the moment. But now my enormous battery is running, so I think there's going to be more people in here and they're going to enjoy their time more. We quickly clawed our way back up to $244. I need to order more inventory again, though. We are selling through these super fast. And actually, these basic cards are actually, if I'm understanding this correctly, selling for $330. These are only $370, so I'm actually making a lot more profit to sell those. Plus, we can always open a few and hope for something lucky. Here's a new one I haven't seen before, and this is an $80 card, so that's going to help for easy profit. So day 7, our profit was negative $730. Luckily, the next morning, we're starting off with quite a bang. We're selling lots of stuff. I put prices to 10% above market value today to see if it would make a difference, and we're still selling a lot, so this is going to be easier profit. Yeah, 10% above market value doesn't seem to make a difference. We're still selling a ton of things. Day 8 should have put us a little bit more into the profit again at $300. I am kind of curious what would happen if we turned the price down so we're only making 10% profit per pack if we're going to sell a whole bunch. And maybe bring a bunch of people into the store. Because the more we can sell, the more experience we're going to get. We can sell more expensive stuff later. Okay, that doesn't seem to matter, so we're just going to put the back up to $1.58 profit per pack. Alright, this guy is paying 10% above market price and he bought almost everything in the store. And he paid with exact change. There's something suspicious about that man. Now that I'm all the way up to level 9, we can skip right over the rare card pack and go right to rare card box. For $500 for the license, and these cost $91 each. So we'll only buy maybe 3 of them. So hopefully they sell for a lot. We'll put the price on them to market price plus 10%. We'll make $9.33 for every one of these we sell. Plus I'm going to lie and tell everyone they're going to make massive profit because they're full of rare cards. And like any good addict, we have to try the product before we sell it. Look at all those. And out of all of these, we're finding absolutely nothing, but that's actually good for the customer. We're removing the non-valuable cards from circulation, so there's more rares for them. I think I'm going to spend another $300 on a single shelf that I'm quite annoyingly going to put right there, but I think people can still access that. If not, don't care. That way I can actually open these and then I can just place them all right there for a good price, and that way it's easier for me to deal with all this. I'm going to do the same with these over here too. I assume that selling individual packs is probably more worthwhile. It's just more work. Yeah, they seem to like the individual packs. So much so that I actually need to order more of these already. The total number of customers is going up every day, but we're getting better and better cards. Mine is $360. First thing in the morning, there's a lineup. These people are absolute addicts. I was looking around at the different cards out there. Some of these are worth like $16,000. Day number 10, I made $271. And in rush the morning addicts like always. So with that sale, I have $400 to my name, but I've also purchased a bunch of inventory. So that's going to help us keep a little cash flow going. But that also means that I can buy a person. $500. They're going to be $50 a day. Their restock is normal. Their checkout speed is slow. But if that means someone else will do all the work for me, I can just sit back and relax and open cards and hopefully find rare things. So I'm going to have him man the counter for now. He's going to deal with all that while I mostly just wander around and open cards. Before, I didn't have time to sit in a corner like a weirdo and open all of these at once, but now I do. This pack started with a $38 Wispo. But given the value of the rest of this, I'm not sure it's actually profitable to do it this way. We only had 3 dissatisfied customers today, probably because I wasn't the one dealing with them. Minus $200. But before I forget, we should probably pay our rent. That's $350, so that stings. I've determined that customers can pay 10% over market price and still call it a good price. So anytime I get something of value, I put it at least 10% over because that's an easy amount of profit. So I just need to find like a $100,000 card and I can charge $110,000 for it and they'll still say it's a good price. But we're already gonna need more of these and we can't level up for the big ones yet because that takes forever. But I can also have him go stock up the shelf. He's going to go do whatever that is, and I'm going to take over this because I'm much quicker. Also, I've developed the habit of just sort of rounding and letting people keep the change. He's never in a hurry, this guy. And here's the guy who bought the expensive car for 10% over asking. And now he's gotten himself thoroughly jammed up. Oh, I didn't realize I could put stuff up there. Those are some extra cleaning things that go in there, I think. I didn't realize I could actually sell these. So that's a good way to get some of the money back because I spent a lot on that and this thing goes through it very slowly. And when he's done with his stock, he just sort of wanders outside and stares at the street. It's day 13 now, and we're making enough money that I can just endlessly sit here and open cards all day and we still make a profit. My employee can take care of the register. We ordered a whole bunch of stock this morning, and I've just been sitting here opening cards. We have $513 still, and we'll have even more by the end of the day. But unfortunately, we haven't found anything in the hundreds of value for a long time. This is actually not a bad find. Here's a bigger one, $62. That's the biggest one I found in many days. And we can obviously put that one up for 10, maybe even 20% over asking. So by the end of this day, we've opened 1 million cards and we're up to about $1,100 in the bank. The number of customers is increasing every day. It's been a long, painful process to day 15. But because we finally hit level 12, we can get epic card packs, finally. These are really expensive, so hopefully I don't regret buying that many of them. And after the morning rush, we're already back up to $500. So the market price for these $4.60, that's $1.83 profit for every one of these that people buy. Okay, I don't know what's happening today, but people are coming in non-stop, so we're already up to $800 again. And I'll go ahead and take over dealing with the epic level cards. So far they don't seem to be anything crazy in value, but they are all new. Well, here's a gold edition for $162, that's the second most valuable card I found. Well, I spent the entire day opening the epic level packs. This is another decent pick at $32. But clearly all this grinding doesn't really get you a lot more in value from the packs themselves, so I have regrets, but we'll pick it up here next time with our beautiful friend. So now that we've established a card shop just to feed my addiction, we need to use it to make as much money as possible. And we can also do that by selling simply our rare cards, so hopefully we find a lot of those. And as long as we keep having customers like this, we're going to be in good hands. That's so much stuff, I'm not even going to let my employee handle it. That was $192 from a single sale. And last time, all our grinding got us to the epic card packs in singularities, but we're going to buy a lot of those. We're going to buy 5 packs of those, probably mostly for myself, but also a few of these because these are expensive to buy. And then we just tear them open on the street and bring them in. The comments were also rather kind to point out that I can just unload from the box itself. And yes, you wouldn't believe the incredible amount of happiness this action brings me. These ones are mostly going to be for me, so we'll go ahead and put them there. We'll take up a little bit of extra space, putting a little bit more of these over here. Now I just continue to open cards while keeping an eye on my employee to make sure he's doing things fast enough. Because when a line starts to form, I've got to take over. This guy is not going to earn me a lot of money. People did also point out I should just round my prices, that way people will give me close change and make my idiot faster. Normally what I do is just take over when the till gets worse, and like this guy needs $1 back, so I'll give him $1.25 and send him on his way. Also, there's a new option for speeding up how fast we open cards, so we are going to rapid fire today. This used to be a slow, tedious process. I can do it at light speed now. We are going to open so many cards. And this thing doesn't seem to be doing a lot of good way over here. But if I put it beside the person that's currently fumigating the room, maybe that will help better. Yeah, there we go. Now he's sparkly clean. We turned him into a shiny. How much is he worth now? That's the kind of customized service you get in my shop. This was the most valuable pack we found so far, $21.56. We can do better. I just realized I didn't order any of these. I meant to, but somehow didn't. So now we got a bunch of these. We can stock the shelves with these. These are just easy money. For everything we're selling right now, we're going to go market price plus 10%, then maybe that's rounding it? That's not whatever. None of the rest of the stuff matters. I just need to be opening card packs. There's one for $30 and it will stop the counting if there's something rare. A few packs later, we got that shiny in the center worth $130. This is so great because I can rip open an entire box of these in no time at all. Okay, the entire box is done, but for my trouble, we made quite a bit of money. This one's worth $130. We'll put a 20% over market price for $160. The second most valuable was worth $50. This one's worth about $30. So I'm going to convince myself that it's worth it to do it this way because the rares we pull out of this are going to make the money back. So I spent the entire day cleansing people and opening card packs and I still wound up with $726. Profit loss of the day was minus 211, but we didn't sell any of our new rare cards. To start the day, we need to order a little inventory. We're going to get a few of these again and then also a whole bunch more of these. That naturally eats up most of my money and I need to do this manually before my employee shows up. Some of these I will actually open up and put the individual packs down too. Not sure if that makes a difference, but it gives people some variety. Now that I got my system up and running, it's time to get right back to work. I like how it even stops to show me this fish worth $12. I'm also going to start selling a little bit of a variety of things. I'm going to try the Tetramon licensed cases. We're going to spend $100 on those after purchasing the license for $500. That leaves you at $400 for the day, but that's eventual profit. And these do stack up, so we can put a lot of them up there. And we'll actually make $2.50 per pack sold. And again, this is really all just to fuel my gambling addiction. There's a fiery dog worth $63. That's actually a pretty good find. It's crazy how fast the days go when you're completely addicted to opening cards. Also, the new cases we spent a fortune on aren't selling yet. But I've literally sold all of my rare cards, so it's time to set them all up again. So today we had 44 customers visit, 30 checked out, only 6 were dissatisfied, minus $16. And here we go with the morning rush. This guy bought some of the cases. We'll make our money back in no time. People are very much buying the rare cards right away, even though they're 20% over asking. So far, I've determined when they say rare cards, they mean rare cards. I've opened a million of these and haven't found too much yet. But the rare cards we have found are selling quite quickly. We're also going to try a $300 shop expansion. I don't know if that's going to be worth it, but I need to have more customers coming through so we can make more money. Wow, what an expansion. A pretty useless corner. But you know what? I don't think it has to be a functional layout in here. As long as we can fit stuff in, people seem to find their way to and from it. $500 on a small warehouse shelf. That's got to be worth it. Because think of how big the thing is. We should be able to load up all sorts of stock on there, and this is going to tuck away in the corner. We're going to make a fortune on this. And I had to take over for Idiot Stick because there was a massive line growing. So it looks like this is actually just for storage. I don't know if people can actually buy stuff off there. I hope they can, but we'll find out. We're just going to leave that there. That might have been a waste of $500. Yeah, I should have read this better. Store up to 4 type of item. Store. We should have bought this small card display instead. Put your card collection on shelf for display. That probably lures people in. Or the workbench. Bundle up your jank cards here. You can sell them as bulk on the shelf. That would make us some money back. We need $1,000. There's another $100 card. Each one of those is actually giving me a big amount of profit. So at the end of that day, we had 47 customers, so it's a slight increase. Our profit was almost $500 because we bought a storage shelf we don't need. If we could actually just eliminate unnecessary purchases, we'd have like $10,000 more than we do. Turns out I can actually box up the shelf and sell it for half price. I'm going to do that. That served really no purpose for us. Now back to the important stuff. Okay, we saved up the $1,000 we need, so let's get our scam counter all set up. This thing is really big. It takes a lot of room apparently to put cards into a pack. So we can choose what kind we want. We'll do some base epic. We'll go $1 above max and that. I'm not really sure how that works, but we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Yeah, that's the kind of professional thing we expect out of my shop. We put that on the shop. Market price plus 20. That's going to sell for $16.72 and get rid of all these cards that we don't need. And the total value currently is about $2,339. So if we get 20% over that, we're easily making $2,500. I put this slider back to the middle because that's probably more beneficial for us. But I'm just going to bundle up all of our cards. Don't worry, I'm going to tell everyone they're full of all sorts of rares and wonderful things. They'll definitely make their money back if they hold these cards for 10,000 years or more. I've also got to refill my smoke machine things, so we're definitely got to get some more cleaner. I feel like more shelves bring more people in. That's just a theory, but it kind of makes sense. So I'm going to buy one single-sided shelf for $300. Because I still have lots of room in here, I might as well use it up. Plus I can fill these shelves with all this crap. Okay, I've officially run out of enough cards to make more crap packs, so hopefully those sell at some point. My rare cards definitely sell very quickly, even at 20% over asking. We're doing it. We're selling the first crap pack. What did we sold that for $17. Look at how expensive some of these packs get. This is $10,000 just for the license for these, and level 70. Today we had 55 visitors, so the number is going up. I've reorganized the shop just a little bit because I realized those shelves were floating out from the wall, and then I moved them over there, and it's crazy how much room you actually have when you organize things. I need to remember too that the bills are also going to add up. I'm going to pay 2 of these now. The salary can wait. He's got to properly earn that. It looks like the price of the basic box is going way up, where the one I'm selling is actually drifting off a little bit. I assume this is the price we sell for and not buy for. But these basic cards looks like they're the ones we're going to need to be selling more of. The next day, 51 customers. The number is slowly going up. Profit, not so much. But I am going to buy another shelf for $300. Just so I can stock it with some of these valuable things. We're going to go like that, but I'm also going to take some of the individual ones out, and we're going to place those somewhere here. Now we got lots of inventory built up that we can just wait to sell. Every once in a while I am going to open some of the older packs as well, because you never know which one of these is going to give us a gem. And while we're at it, since the price of these is so high, we're going to buy a few cases of those and just line the shelves with these. Ooh, that guy bought 2 of my crap packs. That's such easy money for me. I just got an achievement. I've cleaned 100 customers. And since my employee salary is very due and I'm a little bit short on money, we're definitely going to pay that right away and get that off the books, or I'm liable to forget. Aside from that, I'm going to go right back to what I love doing. Day 21, 54 customers minus $331 profit because we had to pay our employee for some reason. And the price of these basic cards and box sets are just going up and up and up. That one had a big slide, but if we keep selling lots of these, we should make easy money. Now by the time all of these are sold, the price might drop, probably also because we're flooding the market. One more box to go. I'm going to go ahead and pretend the shelves are full, so I'll just go ahead and open these. I didn't find anything of value, but I did fulfill my dopamine for 30 seconds. I did find another $122 card, and each one of those is just so much profit. And because the price of these has gone down so much, maybe because we've been selling so many of them, I might as well just open those packs to get those rare cards. And that rare card sold already. I put it up for sale like 10 seconds ago. It must have been that person. We're back over $1,000 for the first time in a while. And I noticed I can actually scroll way down here and unlock the fire battle deck or the earth battle deck. And given the price of the fire battle deck, I think I'm going to have to buy some of those. I just need another $400 now to actually buy some of those. Luckily, that's as easy as sitting back and waiting, letting everyone else make all the money for me. Another day done, about 60 customers in, minus $25 profit, but I bought a lot of inventory. I also opened a lot of cards. The shelves are starting to look bare. Okay, we finally got enough to buy one of the fire battle deck things, so we're going to order one in and see what it looks like. I feel like these will draw some people in and be pretty good money. We can fit a lot of them on the shelves as well. So we'll go market price plus 20%, and we're going to round that to 1961 somehow. The price of this did come down just a little, but it's still way higher than where it started. And I can't actually open this for myself, but that's okay. That's probably saving me from myself. What I will do is order another one of these for now so we can get more stock involved, because the price of this thing just won't stop going up. I found another notable card. It's worth 118 base value. By the time we tack on our profit fee, it's $143. And I did just find this one on the right. It's $100. It even looks different, so that's something special. And this man is buying the $143 card, and I'm not going to stop him. I think we're going to try and buy a small card display. That way we can show off all the stuff that they can't have. And we're going to place that all the way over here in the corner. That way they have to walk through the entire shop past all the goodies to look. This guy just paid an awful lot for 5 of the fire battle decks. That was $200 for me. And the best part about a display case is I need to actually fill it with something. The price of these is continuing to rise, so I'm going to spend as much money as I can buying some of those right now. I have $600, so we can buy 3 of these. That restocked some of the shelves, definitely not all of them, but that's perfectly fine for now. And at the rate we're selling these big packs, we're going to make our money back fast. The first card that's going in my display collection is going to be this caterpillar thing for $83. Starting the next day, $621, so we're going to order more of the value packs. The price of these basic cards continues to rise, so we'll keep them on the shelves for the time being, and we can buy a lot of them. By 10:30 today, we made another $400, so we're ordering more of these. So I see now it was the game thing I have set up in my shop that's increasing the common pack value and decreasing the rest of them. And I'm okay with that because we're making lots of money on these right now. I might tip the balance of that later. Because we can buy the basic cards the cheapest, and the more we can sell them for is obviously the biggest profit margin. That man just walked in and looked at the empty card rack and shook his head in disappointment, so I've clearly got to open some more cards for him. I did manage to get a few in the $30 range. So in theory, if I keep holding this tournament, the price of common cards is going to keep going up. We could buy those cheaply. So if I just keep expanding like this, we might actually be able to make a fortune on cheap cards. I'm also going to buy another play table that's only $200, which seems like a small amount of money at this point. It's a little bigger than I thought it was, so we might have to do just a little reorganizing. Or expand the shop for $400. Not really sure what just happened there, but we should be able to fit things in now. There we are, when very functional layout, and we got all this real estate in here for whatever we want as well. That claw whatever in the middle is $150. So that's going in my display case where people will come to look at it and go, boy, I need to buy everything in the shop now. So this day we had 62 customers come in, lots of play hours, we had $250 profit. I'm going to spend $841 on the basic cards because we can just absolutely line the shelves with these. And people will buy them in a big hurry. So it's clear that having lots of people playing lots of games makes us money and experience and manipulates the card prices, so we need more tables and more space. Each one of these expansions does get more and more expensive, but that real estate really is quite valuable. So I've managed to wedge a few more tables in here. We've done a little bit of reorganizing, but I still have room to spare. 65 customers, that's lots. We had $2,000 in revenue, we lost $75, but I spent a lot on upgrades and supplies. A lot of my bills are due, so we're going to pay a few of those. That puts us down to $217 currently, but we'll make that back in no time at all. So I think the more people there are playing the cards, the more the price of these are going to go up, and that seems to be working. So the more days I go through, the more value we're going to get out of these cards for now. Day 28, my market manipulation seems to be going very well. The price of this is going to keep going up and up and up. So we're going to make ever more money off all of these pieces so we can expand more to manipulate prices even more. Like today, I'm going to spend $600 expanding the shop even more. We even got an achievement for that. That allowed me to fit another 2 tables in so we can get even more people in here playing games to further manipulate prices. I'm also going to buy another auto scent thing because if people don't like the way other people smell, they'll leave, and that's not good for me. I'm going to put one right here at the door if I can, that way people get their senses assaulted as soon as they walk in. And you know what, we're even going to buy a third one of those. We have $1,500 in these stupid things already. By day 28, the prices have still gone up and up and up. We had 78 customers. Strangely, for the first time in a long time, the price of these has actually gone down slightly, but the price of the basic cards has absolutely skyrocketed, so we're going to buy more of these packs. But also, curiously, the price of this also affects my buying price, so right now would be a really good time to stock up on all sorts of things. Because if we buy these for $37 and later on they jump up to $60, well, that's easy profit for us. I was just ripping through packs and I found one worth $500 and something. So that one's definitely going in the display case for now. Okay, not long after that I pulled another $500 racks, so you better believe that's going in here. Prices on those kinds of cards are also low right now, so in the future these will be worth a lot more. From the same type of pack I also found a $570 this thing, so we're going to keep opening these packs because clearly they're paying out. It's been a few days and I'm not sure what happened to the price of card sleeves, but they've been going up endlessly. We could try selling some of them. The license is only $50. To buy them right now is expensive, and obviously to sell them is going to be more. So we really should be buying low and selling high, but I'm too lazy to bother. We're going to do everything high. As I'm sitting here tearing open the cards, I see we've hit shop level 19. And that's significant because that means we can buy the epic card box that comes in groups of 8 for $1,500. Honestly, that just allows me to buy giant cases like this of the epic cards and open them quickly. Plus, they're quite cheap to buy right now, so if we buy a bunch of them and save them for later, the price will go up, we'll make tons of profit. I've opened a lot of packs the last little while, still haven't found anything over $1,000, but we are finding some cool variations. Still opening cards, we've reached shop level 20. So that means we can start to buy legendaries. $2,000 for the license, luckily I've saved up $4,000 in anticipation, now we can start buying these. So hopefully some of these are incredibly valuable, they're going to be a little bit slow to open, but we're getting lots of new ones. We are finding a lot of cards worth over $10. We still haven't found anything significant, but we got a ways to go. I've been so enthralled opening packs that I forgot to turn the lights on. With these legendary packs, it's very easy to make a profit just because I'm finding so many $30 and $50 cards. And I definitely found a few for over $100, and I found one for $230, which means $280 profit, so that pays for over 2 of the entire cases. At this point, I feel like I've spent $100,000 searching for these cards. But day 35 is complete. 69 total visitors, $1,300 in profit. But at this point, I need to remember to try and go and get some sleep, so I'll pick it up here next time and find something even rarer. I'm still really annoyed we haven't found something amazingly rare yet. So we're gonna spend a whole bunch more money looking for just that today. Before doing that, we're gonna give this man his change. Should probably also restock some of our shelves. These purple packs are getting us $27 profit, so we're gonna order a lot more of those. 5 of them cost $1,100. And like any good business owner, we open them on the street, and I'm just gonna go spam them over every shelf I can get my hands on. I've got a lot more shelf space than I thought. I thought for sure that was way too much inventory, but it actually fits really nicely. Because we're only shop level 20, we're gonna settle for buying a pack or 2 of these and opening each and every one. Because I'm feeling lucky. I mean, they can't all be completely garbage. But the beautiful thing is, it's only going to take one of these to change my fortunes. Well, here's a $120 card that looks kind of cool, but it's only $120. That's one box done. Man, I'm going to put these cards up for sale, 20%, we round them out. That's $145 for that single card. This one's actually a pretty good price as well, so we made our money back basically in 2 cards. And I've heard from a very unreliable source that the Nocti plushie is a very profitable item. Since we're back up to $4,500, I'm going to buy the license for this, and we're going to buy 6 of these and see if that's correct. At the very least, I'm going to have something different to look at. Since we had to make shelf space, we're just going to go ahead and open up these 3 basic card packs. Okay, so market price for these plus 20%, they're $40 profit each. Depending on how many of those we sell, that's actually pretty good. Of course, we did to spend $1,200 on the license for them, so we gotta factor that in. While we're waiting for a few of those to sell, right back to work, fueling my addiction. Okay, the second box is done. We found a $86 card, that was it. But it's cool that Walter White decided to come for a visit. I found a $221 card somewhere in there. I must have looked right past it because I was busy looking for a 4th digit. But we'll go ahead and sell that one for $268. So these red legendary packs definitely pay for themselves quickly because I generally find a few cards worth a couple $100s. Since I need more profit, I've ordered a few more of the purple boxes because these are selling quickly and making us loads of money. And I noticed we do have a lot of people using our playing tables. So as I open my shop the next day, we're going to change the event around. The one we're at affects some of the card pack prices. I'm not sure I care about that anymore. We're going to go up to the Golden Star, the highest available, because that's $22 an hour we can make up people. Cards with gold border might increase their price. Okay, I'm only going to do $20 an hour because I'm a nice person, and that's going to make us more money off of everyone here at tables. And as much money as I spent yesterday, we still wound up with $5,000 today. That guy's so disappointed in our lack of cards. We're gonna have to find him some more. So I'm gonna order a few more of these boxes. We'll take another $1,100 of those, plus some for me to personally open, which are gonna be these. We'll get 3 boxes of those. Then we'll start our stocking and opening spree. So these things obviously sell for quite a bit of money, but they're not going that quickly. I think we're better off to sell more so these things. But I think we can all agree the best strategy is just open cards until we find something absurdly valuable. There's a $135 that thing. I had to take over the till because my idiot wasn't doing things fast enough, but that was a $204 order. I think we need to expand the shop a little bit as well. I'm going to spend $900 doing that. That basically means I just have to push my bench back in here a little bit, and we got maybe a little bit more room for who knows what. It's tempting to try and spend a bunch of money getting a license for like a very expensive figurine, but I have to sell so many of them just to make the money back for the license. Okay, out of that last pack, I did get a $212 that thing, Fistomon, $279 after it's marked up 20%. These individual cards really do seem to sell quite quickly, so we're definitely making good money just going for the rares. Even though I've spent the entire day basically spending money and opening cards, we went back over $5,000. We're generating almost $3,000 a day at this point. I accidentally just clicked on his water deck thing, so I feel obligated to buy at least $1,000 worth of these to hopefully make that money back at some point. So we'll go find a home for these on some of the shelves, and hopefully they're worth a lot of profit. $13.04 per one of those, so I'm gonna have to sell 1 million of those to make the money back for the license I just bought. I can always gaslight myself into thinking they're worth a lot of experience, and therefore that was somehow worthwhile. Well, mistakes aside, I've still got really just a license to print money. As long as people buying the purple packs, we're rolling in profit. I did just find a $193 card that I've never seen before. Rather a shiny looking thing, $234. Starting to feel like I could fit more shelves in here with more merchandise. So let's order at least one more of these, and then we're going to fill that up with new stuff. Also, my bills are due $810. I guess because the shop is getting big, we'll just pay all of those. We still have $3,500 left after all that. I bought yet another shelf, so we have even more shelf space for hopefully even more good stuff. Not sure what this guy's still doing in this store. I feel like it closed hours ago. Thank you, get out. And since we have extra space in here, it's time to order even more stock. Purple boxes galore. We're going to spend it's $1,800 on these, which is a lot, but that's a lot of profit considering how much these are worth. And people are buying them by the bushel. Like that was $306 for me. This guy, this is another $300 from these 2 cards he bought. This was a $173 order, so obviously we're starting to do something right. So even buying everything that we did, we're still not even close to filling up the shelves. So let's buy even more, another $900 of these things. I'm going to knock things back to the Wind Cup. It's only $10 an hour, but only $70 a day. That's actually a better price to earnings ratio. Okay, out of this pack, the one at the beginning, the shiny boar, well, that was worth $969 when we add our traditional 20% markup, and around that, $1,173, and we are going to sell that one. Mostly because I can't be bothered to swap out anything in this case. I don't know if this makes any conceivable difference anyway. It all really just gets in the way of my gambling addiction, and that's all that matters. That's an interesting looking card. That's only $400, but I think that's from a different set entirely. Shortly thereafter, I did find another card worth $227. We have one out of the plushies. I am going to order more. I'm not really entirely sure why. I guess just trying to make my money back for the license. I did also just find a $733 that thing, so our luck is actually looking really strong the past few minutes. So in total today we had 73 customers visit. We're seeing lots every day. We still made $1,000 despite all the money we spent. I realized I can move my display case over by the door. That way it's a little bit less in the way. And well, people can admire it on the way out. Now that we have an opening over here, $750 plus 20% rounding, $900 even for that. I just noticed this guy's selling my most valuable card. That's a $1,200 one, easy money, a whole 10 experience. Moving on to day 41, it's the middle of the afternoon. We have over $10,000 to our name, which means it's time to expand the shop again. This will cost $1,050. It's debatably worth it just to buy the other shop there for $5 grand, but for now I just want a few shelves at the back and you'll see why. I'm going to buy a double-sided shelf for $750. That'll fit nicely in there, and I think we could definitely even fit another one. Sorta like that. Now customers can slip on both sides of this. That's very efficient use of my space. I realized we were making lots of profit off of the purple boxes, but not getting a ton of experience. So we just need to sell a whole bunch of stuff for experience, regardless of profit, because that's covered. My understanding is that the playmats are something that you can sell in bulk. So let's spend $1,000 on those and take a gamble. Because we don't have to make a lot of money on them, we just have to sell a lot for more experience and we can sell higher value stuff later. Yeah, we're gonna fill the shelves up with these. And I think I understand why you can put 16 in each individual shelf space. I might end up having my idiot fill these all up for me. This is definitely interesting. I spent $1,000 on these and I've only filled up that much space so far. So I'm definitely going to try and fill the rest of these shelves by the end of the day. It's only 6:30, so we have time. Gonna spend a lot of money on these playmat things. So I'm gonna spend $2,500 on these. It's gonna take a second to stock all this, especially considering I cleverly designed my shop like a maze to trap people. I haven't actually even put a price on these and people are already buying them by the barrel full. So I don't know what to make of that. I get we're making money on them, I guess. Stocking this really does take a long time, but we'll get a lot of experience for selling it all, especially if we do it in a hurry. For $5,000, whatever we spent, we didn't quite get the entire thing filled, but close enough for me. So the market price is currently here. We're going to turn the price down, so we're only making 17 cents per one of these. Not very much at all, but those are going to sell real fast. And I feel like just adding that extra space and things in, we had 84 customers, so that's a big increase. Our profit for the day minus $4,200. But the purple packs will make us money. They're still selling for $22 profit each. So we'll make money on those, then we'll make experience on everything else. There we go. This guy's buying 3 of the mats plus the deck. So there we go. We'll still make some money on that. And for our trouble, we're going to get 36 experience. The shop is definitely the busiest I've ever seen it so far today. So either adding inventory or the extra space or the shelves is bringing a lot more people in. I can't tell if people are buying a lot of these because we have so many of these, but we still have the full day to get there. We're getting so many customers. I'm going to expand the shop one more time. Cost a modest $1,200, but that puts us down to $5,000 if we can fit 2 more double-sided shelves in there. And I need to actually be careful because I'm going to end up swamping myself with customers. Because I already had the license for the card sleeves, we're going to buy a whole bunch of those anyway. That way you don't have to waste a bunch of money on new license, and we're going to go fill the shelves with even more crap to sell for very little profit. Okay, these hold 20 each, so we're going to go down, so we're just making very little profit per one, but that will hopefully bring lots of people in. 5 cents is good enough for me. But I'm going to make this guy go restock the shelves. Yes, go fill up the shelves. I'm going to take over your job of giving people the wrong amounts of money. I'm just going to click on $1 until we get a green thing. In between ringing people in, I am going to be opening the legendary packs because why wouldn't I be? So now as long as I keep ordering more junk, my idiot will keep filling the shelves with that stuff, and then we're going to live happily ever after and make tons of experience. Every 100 packs or so I open, I'm going to go over and put my most valuable cards for sale individually to make a little bit of money back. It's almost the end of the day and my guy has not brought everything even in the store yet. I don't know what happens if I leave it out all night. I don't want to find out the hard way. So far so good, because today we had 93 customers. That number is going up. And my guy's got to go back to work with some stuff, so I'm definitely going to replenish some of the purple boxes. We're going to buy another 5 of those for $1,000. Maybe some more of our bat plushie things, since he's going to be doing a stocking anyway, and he can deal with all that. Well, we just ring in the money. Look at the amount of these people are buying suddenly, I assume because the price is so good. So as long as he's continually hauling stuff in and restocking the shelves, I think we're going to manage to keep up with it. Sales like this are what get me going right now. We're making absolutely no money on this, but we got 96 experience. That's the thing that's going to actually level us up. I've also found a way to balance out the money thing a little more, because we're making basically no money on all this garbage. So we just started charging even more for these, and people for some reason are still buying them. It's been a while, but I've found another rare card, $293 for whatever this thing is. It's day 44 and the ridiculously low prices don't really seem to be enticing people that much to buy more, so I'm going to turn the prices down just a little bit, but we'll still make lots of money. And we're still selling out lots of the purples, so we're going to make lots and lots of money. And the 2 strange cards I found earlier are from what's called a ghost set, which is like an entirely different set, but luckily very valuable. This is also a very big order, $605.17. I'll take that all day long. I was mindlessly opening packs because it's getting me extra experience, and the new one over there is worth $1,100. And I think there was also a good amount of experience. We only have 10,000 to go before I get the next level. Alright, one $1,100 card. We'll go 20% over and round that, $1,358 for a single card. And this is the man that's bought our $1,358 card. And that's going to get us 10 whole experience. I think I finally found something in the ballpark of what I'm looking for, over there on the left. $2,500, and I got an achievement for a full foil art card. Isn't it sparkly and beautiful? $2,500, and it only took me 8,500 hours to get here. So for now, I think I'm actually going to stick that right here by the door where someone can easily steal it, and hopefully people can admire it. I will sell that when I'm desperate for money. I'm not sure what's happening, but every time it's closing time at 9 o'clock, I still have half the store hanging out, not doing much of anything. But I will take that experience. I also found this fun bug. I think it happens if you flip the sign just before you go to bed, you wake up and everyone's still in the store. But that way they get to make purchases first thing. And I'm pretty sure after this guy's sale, or maybe this person's sale, look at all this stuff. We are going to hit shop level 25. And that means I can finally start buying the Destiny cards. This is just going to be a basic pack and the license costs $3,000, but these are all new cards and I'm sure they're valuable. So we'll start out with 3 boxes of those for $500 and see if we're going to make our money back. But at least I'll get lots of dopamine opening these because these will all be new, each and every one of them to begin with. The first one of note was worth $30, which is about on par with the last ones we've been opening. But at least I get slightly different images to flip through really quick while I'm opening these. We did immediately find a $1,000 card, which we'll immediately put up for sale. This wasn't the one I just found. I'm not entirely sure where I got this one. Oh yeah, I've got to go to a different album, because these are all Destiny cards. So we can start selling Destiny cards there. That is now $1,240. That card was almost immediately bought. The expensive ones almost always are, and I don't know why. I was really hoping with this new set of cards we'd be finding a lot more higher value ones, and especially rare ones. So far they seem more or less the same as the last ones. Okay, these are the final packs out of the 3 boxes I bought. And while we did find a few new cards, we found nothing of value. But luckily I still have $14,000, so next time we could buy something really stupid. Today we're really gonna take things too far. Now, while I already have a well-stocked and very profitable store, we can still escalate. Because we've just unlocked the basic Destiny pack. These are new cards and they have a higher chance of finding the rare ghost cards. The problem is, even at full speed, we open packs this fast. And while that's pretty fast, it's not going to find us the rare cards we need. And luckily, we don't have to wait. If I adjust these sliders all the way up to say maximum, and turn the held pack limit up to say 23, we can do this a little quicker. I had no idea there was already mods for this. But as you can see, we can take the rest of the cards out of that box and open away. And it's going to do it a little bit quicker than before. This will help us find those rare cards quicker. And it's only going to show us cards that are $200 or above. So we just need to be sure to make lots of money because we're going to spend a lot of money. And at the rate my cashier is working, we're not going to make money super quickly. So I'll still have to take over for him once in a while because we do still actually have to make money. Well, we don't have to make money, but in order to buy those cards and open them, we need money to pay for it. And I also have a mod where all I have to do is press one button and it checks the shelves for the missing items and it will fill in everything we need. Now I don't have to check anymore, we just purchase that up and it's just that easy. Unfortunately, it still piles about here in a rather big mess, but at least we have exactly what we need. So I can just put my idiot onto that instead of counting coins. Not entirely sure I have that one mod understood correctly, but it doesn't matter. As long as I got the ones that can open cards, we're going to be okay. I do think I forgot to order another box of this. The problem is if I order it now, I need to be standing here to see where it's going to appear. Pretty sure I saw it drop right at the back. It landed upside down, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah, well, wow, this guy's got a big order. But even now, we can take care of like all of that guy's stuff and open most of these before we're even going to get another customer. I've also learned that ghost cards are really rare, so I probably shouldn't sell them if I get them. I am, however, still a gambling addict, so I'm likely going to sell anything I get for the chance of getting more. It's crazy how low the odds of finding things are still. We're opening a lot of packs per second even, but it's still going to take a while. And every once in a while, I'm still going to have to go over here to place whatever high value cards I do have. Because I'm pretty sure at this point, my biggest income source is going to be taking cards like this and selling them. What's probably going to be fastest of all is if I buy one of these for $180. And then for once, actually check to count how many cards are in there. And then I can set my mod to hold 40 packs at once so I can just do one whole box at a time. This is just step one of my brilliant plan as well. We've already gone through one day, but I'm hoping that once we start to find rare cards, I can manipulate the price to make them even more valuable. It's closing time, but I just can't help myself. So we're opening 40 packs at a time, 7 cards per pack, so I believe that's 280 cards per box. So we need to open about 20 of those boxes before we're going to find a ghost card. No, so these people are in after 9 o'clock, but I'm pretty sure still if we go like that, switch to the next day real quick, 92 customers, start the next day, those guys are still going to be sitting there in their store. Nope, no kidnapping today. But it was nice of everyone not to steal my inventory overnight. And I'm happy because it's only been one single day. We spent a lot of money, but we still have $11,000. So we're going to go ahead and buy 5 of these at a time for $900. I don't even know why I'm carrying them inside right now. I can just open them right here. We'll let the lineup grow nice and big. That way I'll go take care of a bunch of customers at once. This is also a pretty fast way to gain experience, obviously, because the more rare cards you find, the more experience we get. I will still have to do things periodically, like check the price of things to make sure they're not too far in any one direction. We're still making about $24 profit on every purple box sold. We found our first ghost card, $413. Not obscenely valuable, but still a good find. That only took, I think, a few thousand cards. For how much of an idiot I am, we're actually making a pretty successful shop. As I'm going as well, I'm going to be trying to turn every spot into a purple spot. That way when we do the auto restock, it's just big valuable boxes instead of this useless clutter. Like here's a good example of that. If we take this red pack away, I can open that real quick, find nothing, but then put that there. Now when we restock, we're going to buy more purple boxes instead. I do wish I had an employee that wasn't quite so simple. He can either man the counter or restock the shelf. If I tell him to do both, he will do neither because he can't handle 2 different thoughts in his brain. So he's going to go man the counter for now, and since I've got a giant box of cards, I'm going to go ahead and open these. I did just find whatever that is, holographic gold edition, $256. But we're looking for much more valuable and much rarer than that. We're actually back to making a profit. And actually selling a $261 card after a customary 20-ish% markup, we get $317 just for that. We also found a few in the $100 range that we don't get to see because they're not over $200. Well, we're up to $13,000 again, so you know what that means. We're going to open more cards. There's another ghost card, $418. Only a few packs later, another ghost card, only $300. We need like the rare first edition holo version of this worth $20,000. We're also still going to need a bigger shop, so it's time for a renovate. $1,350 for expansion 1, $1,900 for expansion 2. That leaves me with about $10,000, but we do have a lineup of customers that are going to make us some more. What I want is more of the card tables, that way I can individually sell valuable cards to make money back. Let me guess, this one. Way over here annoyingly in the corner where people are going to have to work to get to it. $27? That's it? I've opened 1 million cards. Where's all the value? I mean, I guess by the time we sell 10 of those, we basically paid for an entire box of cards anyway. Somehow I've ended up with 15 of these, so it's obviously a very common card, but at $22 each we'll make some money back. Also this time, when I restock, I'm only going to buy the epic card boxes. I don't want any more playmats, those are annoying. The Nocti plushies are kind of fun, but also a lot to deal with. Card sleeves are useless, just these. Plus, that's something my idiot can handle putting away without my help. I can sit here and still just handle one customer every hour and open a bunch of boxes. I just found a $1,000 Flammy. It's an X card. Probably also produced Flamey, now that I think about it. I've also noticed it's getting harder and harder to make profit when we're spending money at this rate. I need a bit of a change of scenery, so I'm going to open a few boxes of these older cards as well to maybe get lucky with some of those. We did at one point inflate the value of these quite a lot, so there might be something to this. Well, out of the first box of those, I did find a ghost card. That's a really rare find. I feel like if I want to influence the value of the highest level cards, I'm going to need to unlock some of these things, which we're a long ways away from, but if I have enough people playing games, that can actually go quickly. So time for more stupidity. We're going to spend $5,000 unlocking the neighboring shop. It's not as big as I thought it would be, but if I buy enough of these, then I can have even more people playing and making even more money while getting us closer to a more manipulatable situation. That means I'm also going to need a few more of the auto centers, place where people have to walk in and in between the door to the next shop. Eventually I'll expand this and build it properly. For now, I just want more people playing more games and making me more money. I've determined there's probably an even faster, easier way to open all these packs. So now we're not going to see any cards worth less than 1,000, but the held pack limit's going all the way up to 1,024, so we should be able to basically open packs non-stop all day. So if there's 40 packs per box, we need to open 1,000 a little over at a time, but that would be 25 boxes at a single time. That's going to be so much fun, I can't even count that high. In preparation for the big open, I did randomly just find this for $1,500. 25 boxes of this is going to be $4,400 all by itself. Will we make a profit? Who knows. I feel like we're about to get a pretty big good box explosion. Yeah, that's going to be a lot to try and hold in my hands, but we'll figure it out. In case you wonder what 1,000 cards looks like all laid out, and I'm sure my very special helper will be able to run the store today, so we're just going to go ahead and gather up each one of these. It's going to make an infinity line. The game is starting to not really love this. I guess I said 1,000 cards earlier. I meant 1,000 packs. It's actually 7,000 cards. Look, I can even touch that guy from here. Touch his little head. Alright, well, it's 8:40 a.m. I'm just going to let this rip and I'll be back in a bit. I must have missed a few packs. I believe it started at 800 packs held, so it was 800 total. But that's still plenty. Even at this ridiculous speed, it's now 12:10 p.m. and I'm still on pack 627. It's quickly coming up at 9 p.m. so the store is about to close and we still have over 200 packs to go. It is crazy how many cards we're opening. Finally finished. How long has that guy been in my store for? Whatever the case, we just opened over 5,000 cards. Over 5,000 of them. Not a single one was worth over $1,000. I feel like I should give you this for free because you've been here for like 8 hours, but I need the money. So I did find a $290 card followed by a $157 card, and the values are probably going to fall off pretty harshly after that. Despite all that, we did make $4,400. The next day, I've also added an experience multiplier so that we don't have to be level 28 for the next 10 years of our lives. We can hopefully get a max level shop sooner than later. After making this single sale, we got 900 experience. That feels a little better. So let's go ahead and make that a full 100 times multiplier. Then we'll see what happens when we open a few packs of cards. That is 3,400 experience instead of 15. And the shop does seem to be running a little bit low on purple stock. I'm a little bit scared to see the price of what it's going to be. We don't want these, we don't want those. $5,300, well, that's worth it. I can make my beautiful helper restock the shelves. Well, I take over penny duty. I'm just going to give everyone a guesstimate of their change, and that's just going to have to be good enough. Since I adjusted the experience multiplier, I've mostly just been restocking things with my faithful friend. And the experience coming in so far has brought us up to level 36, and I've hardly done anything. But we're not done yet, because now we need to open 25 of the legendary base sets to see what kind of value we're going to get out of that. You know, for science and stuff. I realize now I can just right click the hole to suck them all in. Given that this takes like an entire day just to open these, and we're starting at 8 p.m, I feel like this one's going to run into overtime. Probably definitely have a few hostages in my store by the end of this, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I've got to know what's in all these packs. The problem is I've only got about 700 packs on me, so there's a few hiding in boxes there that are hard to pick on. Oh, there we go. If I just bulldoze my way through them, they all come to the front. 5 left hiding out there. Where are they? This would all be so much easier if I wasn't so stupid. Anyways, 800 packs starting now. Got all of the packs opened. I've had these people hostage in my store for like 48 hours, so we're going to go ahead and let them out. I like how once I got them ringed in, they just went and sat down, like no big deal. It's only 4 a.m. As for cards, we would have skipped right through anything of value, just like that one, $3,580, because it had an auto clicker on. That's definitely the most valuable card I've ever found, so we're going to go ahead and market price plus 20%. We did find a few that were in the $1,000 range, it seems like, so that's also nice. And then a few more in the $300 range. Sucks River has to clean us all up, but we definitely made a profit. Based alone on the $4,300 card, that actually almost pays for everything we opened. The rest is all profit. My shop is also level 74 at this point, so we're making lots of experience. And having such a high shop level means we can also buy the rare Destiny packs, the epic Destiny packs, but especially the legendaries. I just need $10,000 to buy the license. This guy bought an $1,100 card, so we'll go ahead and charge him accordingly. That's going to help us get to $10,000. This crazy guy bought a $1,200 card plus two $300 cards. And this person bought the $4,300 card. These are really big sellers apparently. So the $10,000 I needed showed up basically instantly. I thought I was going to have to cheat to get that. Okay, Legendary Destiny Box license. For how much money that is, that's got to be worth it. We're going to buy 2 of those. And I'm going to send my curly-haired friend to man the counter while I open a whole bunch of these. Wait, does this not work if I... Well, whatever. We can still tear through these. We should find lots of new cards because these are legendaries. So it would have been smarter to actually buy the other license. But you know what? That's fine. These are still the most valuable rare cards you could possibly open. And I should probably also see what these would sell for. So if we go 20... These are $92 profit each. We gotta sell a lot of these. This isn't a manipulated price either. This is the actual game price. So goodbye purple, in with whatever these things are. It does cost a lot to buy these obviously, but we'll make so much money back that it's obviously a good choice. I stocked the shelves with as many of these as I could get my greedy little hands on, so now I gotta buy some for me. While also checking to see the value of what we got out of those, the most valuable one so far has been $200. Then again, I haven't been checking all of the different albums. We've definitely got some $1,000 cards over in the Destiny set. As for the ghosts, still only 5 of them after everything we've opened so far. But I should probably sell some of the Destiny cards because easy money. We're getting a lot more customers these days, I think because of my shop level. Okay, I've got to do something now for the sake of making some progress. I can turn the money multiplier way up. That's just going to give me some easy money to expand my shop, buy more cards, buy the licenses, etc, etc. So now when I have an order for like $28, I make $2,800 instead. So that's just going to give me some working capital. So finally a $145 card gets sold. So we got $90,000. I'm going to put prices right back to normal. I just wanted to be able to buy one of these. We're just going to stick to what we know without overthinking it because now I can open 25 of these at a time. This is still going to cost $6,000 just for the cards. Just got to spread them out a little bit first. We've learned our technique and then you can just hold right click and suck them all up. 800 packs, go. Another billion cards opened, another weirdo lingering in my shop. You know what? I'm going to keep this one. As for the cards, we found some interesting ones. This one's $2,251. Second was valuable, about $500. What's crazy is there's still no new ghost cards. A solid minus $8,000 for the day. But since I have all of this money, maybe we should hire a guy that's very fast at everything for $700 a day. I also didn't know before that you can hire multiple people at once, so now that I know that, that's good. Because I'm gonna have our new superstar dealing with 30 boxes of these. Hopefully he likes throwing stuff in the garbage too, because that's not my favorite. So apparently this is what very fast means. $700 a day, and I'm not really convinced. I'm much faster. Since the shelves are actually getting reasonably full already, it's time for some more renos. We're going to do 2100, 23, 25, 33, 35, and 3800. Now I've got more room to work with. Really starting to get chaotic inside and out. So this guy just bought 2 boxes of the red ones. That was $310, so those are really going to be a moneymaker. And I want someone who's specifically good for the checkout to match my other guy, because the other guy's going to be stocking $400 a day, very fast checkout, you're hired. Which means you, my loyal employee, are terminated. With the amount of customers we're getting these days, I need someone who's very quick on the checkout. Before you know it, we'll be selling nothing but red cards. I am also curious though what the most expensive other things is going to be and if they sell for a lot of money. Like, this is $7,500 just to unlock it. So it's obviously going to be worth it. We'll go ahead and buy just one of those to see if it is. Same with figurines. This one's $20,000 to unlock, so we gotta do that. And we're going to buy a few of those to see the profit. Also $1,200 for the mystery of whatever that is. Okay, so we got a few different things to look at. Hopefully these things can make us a lot of profit. So the devil guy market price is only $22 profit, garbage. but the crazy expensive figurine to unlock. We only got 4 of them. The profit is $71, so still not as good as the red packs of cards. The playmats were just these annoying 2B things. Hopefully we can all fit them all into one shelf so this experiment can be over sooner than later. $56. Actually a decent amount of profit, but these aren't worth it. These guys are 140 customers for the day, minus $69,000 profit. I'm still going to need to buy a lot more of these red boxes to fill out the rest of the shelves. So I'm going to spend another $10,000 on those for now, and my stock boy can take care of that, and then I'm going to go back to opening. Probably could have done this in a more efficient way. 795 packs to go. We'll see if we find something good. Not sure how long it's been. It looks like a tornado struck out here. As for cards, we had some luck. There's an $1,800 card, a $1,500 card, a $1,400 card, a $400. And we did manage to find a few new ghost cards, none of which have a huge amount of value. But we did actually make money somehow, $1,119. How are you already in the store? I just opened it. I can't believe how many cards I've opened at this point, and I still can't find anything over $10,000. Legendary foils are quickly jumping out to me here as something that are worth a lot. There is also always the possibility that some of these are worth a lot to sell, so we're going to buy a single pack of these at great cost to myself, and we'll tuck them somewhere away at the back where I won't ever think about them again. And they were $33 per sale, so those are also garbage. So at this point we basically sell this stuff all day long, and we make a lot of money. So that single day I generated $21,000 in revenue. To get more ghost cards, and also probably to find out what the most valuable card in the game is. Now, 7 out of 7 cards from every pack are going to be a ghost card. So it looks like every ghost card has 2 versions. The full art legendary and the full art foil. It will be important to remember that. I'm only going to open 5 of these to begin with. And then we can open, look at all the ghost cards. We're going to see the value. There's $2,700 in value. This one's $2,200 in value, $2,400. We need the full art foils. Although as we're going, we're definitely finding some new cards, and those ones might actually be worth a lot of money. $18,000 card, there's a $17,000 card. So we just need to open more of these, and we'll be pretty well off. But we're finding a lot of $10,000 to $20,000 cards. We've actually collected 65 out of 76 of the ghost cards, so we might have actually found the most valuable. I'm really not sure how to find the rest of the ghost cards. Maybe that's as many as we could find out of that certain set, or maybe not. As I was tearing through all of these, we did find a few new ones again, so we'll check those once we're done the remaining 6. $19,000 is lots. We can still do better though. We're going to open another 25 packs. I believe that left us with 800. Or over 5,000 cards. That much we're sure of. Okay, so there's only 32 packs of cards in every box. I thought there was 40 because I'm stupid. That's why my math has been wrong all along. Whatever the case, we're about to open 800 packs of ghost cards. So I'm sure we'll find some pretty good value out of these. I'll be back in an hour when this is done. Yeah, that gets just more and more fun every time I do it. But the results of that, we now have 9 of these worth $19,000 each. So this whole thing currently is worth $6 million, $7 million. So that actually gives me an idea. First things first, I gotta get these people out of my store. That one wanted to go hang out. Store is closed. Get out. So I'm going to spend some of my money renovating the other side of the shop simply because it's a lot cheaper to expand. I've moved all of the tables out of this area. Now I just need to buy more card tables. These only cost $400 each, so I'd be stupid not to buy a bunch. And that's going to look something like that. Now I just need to start placing my very valuable cards in there. That plus 20% rounded up, 15,400. Oh, that was on page 2 as well. So they're actually going to start much higher than that. This one's going to be $23,000. $1,000 again, you get the idea. So let's enjoy it for one moment before we lose it all tomorrow. So the day we got all these cards, we made $13,000. Don't know where that person came from. Today I feel like we're going to make a little bit more as soon as people start buying those cards. I hope they brought their credit card. Did he just walk out the door with it? Hopefully he goes back in to pay for that. Otherwise I just lost a lot of money in a robbery. So there we go, he's going to pay for that. That is a lot. $19,000. And that was from a single sale. So if you could actually manage to take the time to find all of these, you could legitimately make this much money. I think we sold the second one when I wasn't paying attention because we jumped up to $56,000 in our account. There's definitely one missing from up there, so that's absolutely the case. I think most people are going to say the same thing. Fair price, but I don't have enough money. It is an $18,000 card. Well, if we can't sell a bunch for a lot of money, we're just going to sell one for even more money. And jackpot, he wants to buy this for that times 10, $180,000, sir. Thank you and have a nice day. That puts me up to $426,000 in the bank, but I just sold an individual card for $180,000. And looks like we've opened the floodgates. We got people buying more. This one's actually even more money. This would be $190,000. Mods, if you could find a way to manipulate the price endlessly, you might be able to get away with this, but it would take a long time. Well, this was a very long and useless idea, but I'm happy I got to rip someone off so very badly for a single card. One day, we'll decide what to spend my $6.5 million fortune on.